I know I'm a couple days late on this subject right here, but it don't even matter because you know why? Bruh free now. He been locked up for the last 20 years. Okay, we talking about Mac, Mac from No Limit. I say Mac from No Limit because I want y'all to look him up after I'm done talking about him. Okay, because I know if you try to research him sometimes, they might pull up Mac Miller or somebody else named Mac or whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with him. I want y'all to look him up, okay? Because today is about him. I'm giving the brother his flowers. And that's what I'm pretty much going to be doing with everybody on this goddamn radio right here. You know what I'm saying? I come in this shit open arms, nothing but love. That's what I'm doing for everybody. I'm getting everybody their flowers. I'm on that goddamn drink champ shit. That's what the fuck I'm doing. But nah, I want y'all to look him up because I feel like his story is very important because he was a rapper that was at the top. Like I said, he from No Limit. He wasn't a part of the goddamn the newer generation No Limit. He was in the older generation when they was in the 90s and they was on fire. On fire. Not fire, fire. Okay? And eventually his success got robbed from him over some shit that he ain't even do. Okay? Now, before I even get into him, I just want to get into the story. It's not that long. Goddamn, man was performing, and somebody started busting off in the crowd, and then goddamn, he got blamed for the shit pretty much. You know, I don't know if it was because I can't remember the exact story. They saw a gun on him too, or goddamn, they just blamed him because, you know, it's him. He was the most popular one in there, so it was just easy to blame him for the shit. I can't remember, but he didn't do it, and he got locked up for the shit. And the shit that's even worse is the fact that somebody eventually admitted to the murder, and they still kept Brian there. Okay, somebody did say something about like, oh yeah, you know, at the time Louisiana, you can go to jail even though you got a split jury, pretty much. One saying you're guilty, other side saying that you're not guilty. You know what I'm saying? There be some fucking silly shit going on when it comes to that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And this is exactly why we be talking about Black Lives Matter and we be heavy on that shit. Okay, because it's not the fact that y'all don't be going through shit. Everybody go through some shit, right? But we known for going through that shit. Okay? We always getting the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? There's always some bullshit when it come to us. And that's exactly why goddamn parents talk to their kids the way they do. Okay? Goddamn, we instilling that shit in them while they young. That's the best thing you can't do. Don't try to hide shit from your kids. Get them to understand the world that they lived in, that they live in. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you don't want to rob them of their innocence because they all adorable and cute and shit and you scared. I understand. You know, so I look at my kids like that, but eventually they got to learn. Okay? My parents always did that shit to me and I understood. Shit. I remember my daddy, he got stationed in New Orleans. And he was staying in some little ducked off neighborhood where I know white folks be at and shit. It was probably a lot of white folks in there. And I remember getting out the car and racing him home. He was still in the car and shit. It was late at night. It was like 9, 10 o'clock. And he was like, hey, man, I know you was trying to have fun and shit, but you can't be doing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You a black boy in this neighborhood running around all these white folks and shit. They just gonna think something done went down, or they ain't gonna think, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna think some bullshit done went down, so you can't really be doing that shit. And that's the truth to it. It sucks, but that's the truth to it. You gotta tell your kids, you know what I'm saying? If you got some kids, you know what I'm saying, your child black, don't let it be a situation where you got a black child and they hang around white kids. You definitely better tell them then, like, hey, man, you can't do everything they fucking do, okay? Because guess what? Your ass might goddamn, y'all all might get in trouble, but you the one they gonna make an example out of. You know what I'm saying? And every day, you know what I'm saying, they tell you, be careful, because you never know. Something can go down and it could be like, it's gonna cost you your life. You know what I'm saying? He out, but over some bullshit, he lost 20 years of his life. You know what I'm saying? But we just want to give his flowers, okay? Now, like I said, I want y'all to look him up because, one, he was on a lot of shit that y'all probably don't even, even remember or don't even recognize or couldn't even recognize it was him because y'all might not be too familiar because you might be in my age range, right? Because he was on a lot of shit. You remember, I don't know, y'all remember 504 Boys? Y'all remember that song? Wobble, wobble. Let me see you shake it, shake it. Let me see you drop it, drop it. Ooh, take it, take it. That was him singing on the chorus. And he did the first verse. Okay, he was already locked up around that point. So I think Silk the Shocker rapped over his verse. But I thought that shit was him. Silk the Shocker had another song later on that same year. It was him and Master P. I'm thinking that was Master P rapping the whole time. That's when he had that little big old afro you used to see on TV all the time. That was really Mac verse. That when you step on the set, they say he did that. Pull up in a 600 stretch. They say he did that. You know that one? That was him on the verse, on the chorus. Then he did the first verse. I'm thinking that was Master P the whole time. I got a house with a pool in the back. Son. And she trying to do it with Mac. With the big old butts, they becoming sluts when the soldier ball. But I got my middle finger at y'all. Take it back to 96. I was 3 seconds from, I'm 3 seconds from robbing haters for their kicks. Mac, where them dollars at? Bitch, get yours. That's what I holler back. Cause I'm a Mac. I be remembering all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why them old heads fuck with me. I remember Chico Bean talking about how, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, my uncle whoop my damn ass. I don't memorize that shit. That's how I be. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get you to memorize that gangster shit. I know y'all remember this shit right here. You ain't gotta say too much. From the look of your eyes, I can tell you wanna fuck. He was the one rapping on that shit. I ain't gonna sing the girls part, but y'all remember it. Everybody, even who's my age range, I know you remember hearing that shit. Okay, so he was on a few hits. Y'all just probably ain't recognize it was him because y'all probably don't know about him like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me see. Those first two albums, that first album he dropped, it was around the midst of the time when Master P was dropping an album like every week. So you already know his shit sold on that first album. You know what I'm saying? He had some shit on there. I know y'all remember this song, Old Heads. We got beef. All my niggas gonna ride tonight. We got beef. All my niggas. Hey, that was my shit. What was the one with Soulja Slim? Can I borrow y'all? Y'all just waiting on my fault, man. Fuck all y'all. The one shit with Silk the Shocker. They got me know it. They got me know it. Those are my songs right there. That the end of that album. What was the one he was talking about the niggas up north? Because you know back then when you was from the south, you know, you blew up. You know, niggas up north was hating on your ass. Next nigga talk about we country and weak. I hope his mama catch cancer and die in the sleep. And the calling me shit, the pussy just calling me. Can't stop myself from falling, G. All night, can't stop it. Reaching in my pocket. Woo! Boy, that was my shit. But that second album, you know what I'm saying, he had a lot of beats that kind of like suited like his style. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to try to say, he was like, people, I don't like comparing people to another motherfucker, but they try to say like he the down south Nas because he can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against No Limit because No Limit do got people that can rap. But you know, they used to try to look at them and just be like, oh, you know, they're like, they some country bumpkins. But they had Mac, they had Fiend, Snoop Dogg, they had Mia X, they had C Murder, they had Magic. I said Fiend already. You know, they had a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's be real too. We're gonna give Master P his flowers too because there was a few people don't want to admit it. He done carried a few songs before too back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like they shouldn't have put him on 4321 with LL Cool J because you had DMX, Meth, Red, Cannabis, LL Cool J. Come on now, y'all. But I ain't care because he still represented for the South on that shit. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I just want y'all to take some time and actually go and look him up, okay, and research him, okay? You know, that man, he was very talented. I hope he still does music. And it sucks that he got 20 years robbed of that shit, of his life. Because, like, look at the man that killed George Floyd. It's one thing, you kill somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? It was like on some retaliation shit. I ain't saying nothing. But this man killed the motherfucker that was begging for his life on camera. And he only getting 20-something years. Yeah, 20-something years is a long time, but come on. That's a slap on the wrist because guess what? He get out after that and still live his life. Because let's be real. Our lifespan ain't as long as white people's, okay? We be dying. We be dropping early sometimes, or a lot of times, compared to white folks. White people got a long lifespan, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks, but we ain't even going to focus on that no more because my brother is free now, all right? So, like I said, look up Mac from No Limit. I'm going to tell y'all that in the description, too, all right? Other than that, y'all like, subscribe, share, and y'all be blessed, too.